Monday, I soak my dentures. Tuesday, I brush. Wednesday, I...
My dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday, it is Wednesday, it is Wednesday, it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Yeah. Fuck. This is motion up in poetry. Bullet in the chamber, waiting till they get a load of me. Dialing from the rotary, the other end's a ringtone. It's like I'm at the 20, running to the other end zone. Never had a pretty woman keep me in the friend zone. Trying to worry not, what about any of my friends on? Return so much, I probably pound until the send's gone. Weed under the button, the send strong. Phone still off limits like a motherfucker slanging Mary. Delivery on time, every time, very, very. Good intention, but the honest vary. Trying to find this peace of mind and count it out as monetary. My thoughts are forming into sentences. No telling when this evolution sends it into exodus. I'm not just out for the reference. Understood that getting is good, at least the present is.
Chemistry underrated, your fundamentals basic, run the matrix. No dispute, I'm undebated. Beat banging like it's blood related, elegance is understated. Orchestrations leave you sedated. Back fresh, recuperated, brothers in step, highly awaited. Long time coming, rhyme dumbing. Pour something Bacardi lime, rum inside a cup. Stomach rubbing, opinions borderline jaded. Stretch out accounts, blackboard to sketch out the routes. Stop short, stepped out the house in Venice. Bear witness, word scripted, 3-dimension vivid, exceed the limits. Meanwhile, I pencil in the digits. Gangsta white walls spinning. Levi denims and crushed linen. Kangaroo coat with the custom stitching. Serve dishes, dirty soup kitchen. Heavy hitter, I swing it whenever you pitching. Y'all better listen, y'all better listen.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another night of RSL action. I'm Vector, later joined by Slam Duncan and possibly Dead Latin as well. First game on the schedule for the night is the Rochester Americans versus the Odessa Jackalopes. Odessa will be in the home reds, Rochester in the away whites. Both of these teams still looking for their first regulation win of the season. Rochester took their first game of the season to overtime and eventually won it, but Odessa still with 0 wins in the season. No time being wasted as both teams take the ice. Opening face-off coming up. Off the draw, I'm not Stamkos, sending it over to Novastar, and a long shot from center ice goes wide. Sent behind the net, Dr. Germs. Slow to get there. Passes up the ice to Goose. Doucette breaking up the play. Carries it into the zone and it's sent back by Kanye. I'm not Stamkos with a ripper from center ice. Hits the side of the net. Dr. Germs makes the pass up, bounces over Doucette's stick. Goose passes to Radades and a shot goes high and wide. Radades trying to center that puck, but nobody's there to take the shot. Germs colliding with Doucette at the blue line. And puck taken by Goose. And a shot just wide. Novastar clears the puck. Not quite on net, but the goalie comes out and makes the save. Novastar passing that up to I'm not Stamkos. The pass back to Novastar loses control of it in the slot. Radades and I believe it was shirtless Doug collide. Play is broken up and cleared down into the Rochester zone. Germs with an open net. The Rochester Americans take a 1-goal lead. Off the draw, Radades breaking free. 2 quick goals by the Rochester Americans just over the halfway point of this first period. Off the face-off, goes wide of the net, Splurgeon. Plays the puck to Radades, but way off target. Radades takes another shot. Good save by Splurgeon. Doucette with a long pass up the ice to I'm not Stamkos, broken up by Kanye West. Doucette sends it back down. Dr. Germs loses possession to Doucette, and a hard angle shot hits the side of the net. Not sure if that's a save. Radades getting past Dick McButts. And the puck is cleared back down into the Odessa zone. I'm not Stamkos. The great chance. Beats the goaltender, couldn't beat the invisible wall. And a great shot by Dick McButts to put Odessa on the board. 1:28 to go in the first period. Novastar shot wide of the net. Goose trying to send that puck to Radades. Finds Dick McButts instead. Radades, though, keeping the wheels on. Gets possession, sends it back down to Kanye West. Loses control of it to I'm Not Stamkos. I'm Not Stamkos streaking clear. And a great save by Dead Latin. Novastar tries to find I'm Not Stamkos, gets it to Dick McButts. Dead Latin comes out, plays the puck straight to Novastar, and it lands the side of his crease. Novastar lobs that one on net, and it's in. 20 seconds to go. Novastar gets his first goal of the season. The RSL season. The shot from I'm Not Stamkos at center ice goes wide. Doucette tries to make the passing play, but it's blocked, and that's it for this first period. Off the draw, Novastar. Shot wide of the net. Dr. Gurm's passing up the boards to Goose. He's all alone out in front. Goose breaks the tie, makes it 3-2. Rochester over Odessa. Doucette calling for a stick and face on that play. The goal may be overturned. A long shot, Dead Latin forced to make that save. Kanye West recovers it defensively. Novastar comes crashing down from center ice, tries to clear the puck, doesn't get it too far though. It's sent back down. Radades poked away by Doucette. Doucette at center ice. Puck taken away by Goose. Cleared down the length of the ice. And Goose coming back in. Kanye West takes that shot wide. Slow moving puck. Dr. Gurm's losing control of the puck in his own zone. Dick McButts comes in. Rochester recovers it. Shoots it just wide of the Odessa net. Dr. Gurm's from center ice, long shot. Good stick by Splurgeon to push that puck away. Radade squaring that pass up for Dr. Gurm's just wide of the net. And Kanye West at the blue line. Couldn't get it on target. Radades tries to center that pass, but it's intercepted by Doucette. Doucette passes to Novastar. It's cleared back into the Odessa zone. And then cleared down into the Rochester zone. Kanye West recovering the puck. Looking for Goose, finds Novastar. He clears it back down the ice. Dick McButts passing that puck along the boards to Novastar. Novastar hitting it off the boards. That's on net. Good save by Dead Latin. Easy save. Dick McButts finds Doucette. Doucette looking for I'm Not Stamkos. I'm Not Stamkos leaves it for Doucette. Great passing play by Rochester. Odessa I just realized I have my teams backwards. I've been commentating backwards half the game.
Hi.
Who is this? I'm going to mute him and fix my teams. Give me one moment, please. Okay, and we're back. Game 1 of the RSL regular season. Game 2, I should say. Game 1 of the night. 30 seconds to go in the second period. Just got my teams switched around back in the proper place. A great centering chance. Novastar out in front, couldn't put it in the back of the net. His team trails by 1 going into the third period. Off the face-off, I'm not Stamkos to Novastar. And what do you know? They tie the game up. I'm not Stamkos with his second goal of the RSL season. That'd be his third point. Unless... Yep, that's just his third point. He doesn't have an assist this game. Doucette passes it up the boards to I'm not Stamkos. A good deke to get past Dr. Germs. A great shot and a better save by Dead Latin. Dr. Germs looking for the play to be made. Stopped by Radades in the slot. Couldn't fire the shot off, and it's cleared back down to the Odessa zone. Doucette keeping that puck moving up the boards. It settles down back behind the Odessa net. Dr. Germs looking for Radades, but finds I'm not Stamkos. Dick McButts takes a shot from just above the blue line, and it's way wide. Back to Doucette, gets bodied. Not able to get the shot off. Good shot and a good save by Dead Latin. Keeps the game tied up with 3 minutes to go in the third period. Good move by Radades to get past Dick McButts. He's all alone in front. Radades, second goal of the game, gives Odessa a 1-goal lead in this hockey game. I'm not Stamkos. Continues having an excellent night on faceoffs. As it's written, pretty much every faceoff has been won by him over to Novastar and then cleared down into the Odessa zone. Great effort by those two forwards. And Dick McButts ties it up! Off a strange pass from Novastar. I don't think he meant to put that in the net, but hey, I'm sure he'll take it. Doucette just couldn't beat Goose on that play. As I'm Not Stamkos loses possession. And it's cleared back down into the Odessa zone. 1:10 to go. Dick Butts with the puck. Intercepted by Dr. Germs in the zone. And it's taken. Dick Butts races Dr. Germs for possession. $30 to go. A great play. I'm Not Stamkos breaks the tie with 18 seconds to go. Can Odessa force overtime? Their centerman just dropping out, and then he's back. Slam Duncan taking the ice for the final seconds. And that'll do it. For the second and third games, I'll be joined by Alp Grindman. And we'll see if Slam Duncan and Dead Latin come in. Doucette's stick and face has been noted. At least I have noted it. The BOC are currently talking in TeamSpeak. We'll see what their official call is later tonight.
What am I to doing? All I really see is garbage. They all narcissistic and harmless, delusionally carsick. What I'm talking about is all these rappers on the market claiming they got skill, I beg your motherfucking pardon. Make me wanna barge in some apartment and start arson. Awesome, put a rapper body in a garden. My Martian, we on the same planet. I don't see anybody fucking with me, goddamn it. Prof, I've been hot since Michael J. Fox could talk. I'm a genius and use my conquer lots. The last one who's underrated, who yet hasn't made it anyway, Mazel Tov. I'm better than a midday fuck. Them a rapper, man, I think they suck. I'm a buy no big rape truck. What? Drive around the country with my fist taped up, yup. Y'all a puddle of piss. Love it or not, at least I give 100%. Is it cause I ain't covered in tattoos? Well, sit back, cupcake, I got bad news. You can't look me in the face. Tell me you're satisfied. Look me in the face. Are you satisfied? You can't look me in the face. Tell me you're satisfied. You can't look me in the face. Are you satisfied? When I listen to the radio, it be like Comedy Central. I wanna be gentle, but I got to come and drop the bomb on these symbols who honestly sent you the vomit. They promised on it, but it really gets sonically mental. I'ma be in 2 places in the big canonically temple. Bang on them, a lot of them never was hot to me. Shockingly popped, awesomely prophets be topping the charts, even got a hot top of tea. Watch the G pop.
False start here. We're still waiting for the Victoria Salsa. Are either of you guys there?
Yeah, I'm here, Victor. Just waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Kind of waiting for the next game to start.
Just checking.
Latin was obviously in our game. Don't know if he's going to come.
That's fine. We got Alp Grindman as well.
Hey, what's going on, Victor?
Just streaming some hockey.
Sounds good, sounds good.
While we wait for the Salsa to show up, let's talk about some stats. Salsa's team leaders right now are Hawk and Not Led leading with 2 goals.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at a Hawk, and especially, you can definitely see that all throughout his career, Hawk has always been a leading player for his team, always making sure to teach the younger players how the game itself works, always get those scoring opportunities set up.
Definitely Hawk is a key player. Not Led, a great LHL presence also on that team. I'm sorry, Duncan, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Not let another strong score, and definitely I think frustrated by a lack of success with the Orlando Solar Bears last year, paired with another high scoring forward partner. I think he's definitely going to be pulling out all the stops this season, and he's showing it so far.
Yeah, he's going to have a better chance this year for sure.
For sure. And on the Mudbugs side of things, we've got Quacky Face with his league leading right now, 5 points, 3 goals, and 2 assists.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance I saw Quacky have, even the last game he played. It's a great way to start off the season. It must feel real good for a player like Quacky to just come out there and be among the best of them,
Yeah, Paco right behind him with 2 points, 2 goals. It's a great prospect to watch. A couple Salsa are in the lobby, still waiting for him to drop down on the ice. I'll let you guys take it over.
What are the teams we're going to be seeing tonight, Victor?
This game, the Mudbugs and Salsa, and then the next game will be the Milwaukee Admirals versus the Ontario Reign.
All right. Some interesting matches we're going to see tonight.
Say Milwaukee forcing their first game of the season to OT. Oh, it's
Who
full.
was
that? Heat just joined the server, but I don't see him in TeamSpeak.
Oh.
I swear I just heard him though.
Yeah, I did as well. It's worth noting this first game, these teams both won their first games. So if anybody's going to try and make that elusive run at the undefeated season, one team's going to be disappointed about it tonight.
Alright, here we go. I'll let you guys take over from here.
The Mudbugs with a decisive 6-2 win over the Jackalopes, and Victoria with a 3-2 excellent close game against the Ontario Reign. And I believe we are just about ready to get going. Yoke and Kapanen, the starting Gs, both relatively young goaltenders. Yoke, of course, this being his first competitive HQM season, what a time to start, and now getting some starting ice time. Zod puts one on him within the first few seconds, and it goes right in. That's a quick 1-0 lead.
Yeah, a quick goal at the start. It's got to feel good for this team to be able to get right on the ice and quickly move the puck around like that.
I mean, yeah, this is a team that we know they can score, and you know, first goal, 6 goals in their first game, and 1 in the first 12 seconds is definitely the style that I think they're going to want to be playing, especially against an unproven goaltender like Yoke. And Victoria,
yeah, I mean, Yoke's going to really have to step up his game if he wants to stop a team like this, as you said.
Victoria finally able to get a little breathing room into the neutral zone, and Keller now carrying it towards the top of the circle and will flick one very high. No one on the opposite point to cover it, and Quacky Face will hold for a second, handling, and flips one from the blue line just wide. Keller flips one right back Zod, more or less. Now behind the Victoria net. Zod controlling around the red line. Taps it forward, gets through some defenders. And a beautiful little 1-2
run. And Galchenyuk is able to put it into the goal pole. Good effort by his teammates to pass the puck. A real nice pass right on the tape.
Mudbugs have been in control of the puck for almost the first minute and a half now. And there's a third one from Quacky, basically challenged.
Third goal. Mudbugs absolutely dominating this game.
Quacky Face has 8 points now.
3 goals from 3 different scorers. It's a varied attack too. You can't just double up on one superstar. And finally, with a little bit of physics assistance, Victoria able to clear the puck out of their end. And the Mudbugs will have to start from their goal line. Payne Retzky passes it around to Zod, who deals with both forecheckers. Not quite. Guys, Mima passes it all the way back to Owl at the red line. Taps it forward around 1. Tries to shoot from the blue line, but gets blocked. Some physical forechecking now from Victoria as they try to establish an offensive rush. Owl from the blue line, big whiff, and a dangerous turnover to Quacky Face. He's got the 2-on-1 and a little Dient to help him out, and just the goalie to beat.
A good chance again.
Oh,
and off the bar. Unfortunate for the Montas. They did want another goal, but they're going to be stopped by the iron in that one.
Put another neutral zone turnover, and they have another 2-on-1. Center pass available, but the shot, he'll like the shot, and the rebound comes out and just missed. And Zod tripping himself up a little bit, not able to handle that puck. But Quacky Face will. And stopped by Yoke, who makes a good save to hopefully get a little bit of his confidence back. Quacky Face from the corner, whacking at it in the middle, and gets cleared all the way down towards the Bossier end. Keller carrying, gains the blue line. Shot from the point and goes wide.
Are they actually going to beat 70 in the background?
Retzky taps it forward for Zod, who can't quite handle it from Guys Meemaw, and Retzky's forced to dump it in. But some cherry-pickers from the Mudbugs ready for it, and almost set up yet another front of the net tip in there. Oh, Owl tries for a cross pass, but it goes behind his target. And now Galchenyuk with a little bit of room to work with, but gets a good touch. But Zod able to pick up the slop. And the Mudbugs in full control on their cycle again.
Yeah, the defenders and the other team, on the opposing team, have not been able to break down this offensive rush by the Mudbugs this entire game. And with the closing seconds of the first period, they're going to have to find a way to do that in the following 2 periods, so they won't have any chance of winning.
Yoke has disconnected, unfortunately, and Rogue Twinkie is filling in at G for the moment. And despite a crazy flurry there at the end, the score is going to remain 3-0 at the end of the first period. Obviously, Mudbugs dominating the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Payne Rescue, I mean, he's been engulfed in his own project of hockey exclamation mark. And even through all this stress he's had making that game, I think he's still a real prominent player in this league.
He just has so much heart for this game. You can tell the amount of time that he dedicates to it, both on and off the ice, is just a joy to see. Zod managed to handle that bouncing puck down. A little 1-2 tap towards him, but he loses the second one. Now Guys Mima with some room to work with a long shot, but not on target. Mort will check him, but Keller almost able to read the play, and he does, but puts one wide. Zod now started from his own corner, got a lot of bodies in front of him, flips it forward, and it gets past all of them. Quacky Face now, more or less unchallenged. Was going to give the goal to, I believe, Keller, or pardon me, Galchenyuk, and they'll get another chance at it. And this one is not missed. And
there we go.
That's his second
Shot after shot. Galchenyuk trying to get the puck in, eventually unassisted, gets the 4th goal of the game.
Now the RSL does have a 6-goal mercy rule, if I recall correctly. We could see this one be finished before the second period is up.
That was an illegal sub.
Quickly.
The Rogue Twinkie jumping in there right off the face-off.
That to me looked at, more than anything else, that looked like someone didn't set G or C quite right, perhaps, but I don't think it'll need to be reviewed to change the outcome of this game, but worth noting, yeah. Quacky Face nets his second of the night on an end-to-end rush, again looking basically unchallenged. And
yeah, like you said, we're 1 goal away from that mercy rule.
And a little trick face-off win there from Quacky. Top of the circle, but can't get it through all the sticks. Galch will pick it up and flip it for Zod, who puts one high. Quacky again putting one towards the net, but it can't be looking for a tip, and it wasn't quite there. And an unfortunate defensive play might give a slot shot. No. Victoria trying desperately to hang on, and they cannot get the puck out of their end. If anybody watched the Devils versus Buffalo last night, there was a solid minute where the Devils controlled the puck in their offensive end, and it looked very, very similar to this last minute of play or so. Quacky trying for another center, blocked by Merom. Still controls the puck, though. This one will come out for Zod. He's got 2 options in the middle with a slew of defenders. Hits the side of the net. Mort ready at the blue line for this clear, and Gouch catches
and
that.
And there we go with the last goal by Galchenyuk.
And a tearing apart of the Victoria Salsa by the Mudbugs, a 6-0 shutout. That was absolute dominance. I mean, I don't know if there's anything else that I really have to say about this game, so we're gonna get Quacky Face in here and see if he has anything to add on his stellar performance.
Honestly, what a game by Quacky, and of course the other players that were able to set up chances for him. It's amazing how quickly that game turned over to one side, even after that shaky beginning for both teams. And unfortunately, it ends up in a really dreadful loss early in the season.
This was a 6-goal game with 3 different goal scorers. Quacky, Gouch, and who else was it? I believe... I can't remember. I'm already blanking on it. But a third Mudbug scorer getting goals tonight, much less the slew of assists. And it just shows us that they're a diverse threat. Payne Retzky and Mort both looking decent on the blue line, even though those were a couple later round picks. Unchallenged in net, they did not allow a single shot tonight, according to the official stats. This was one of, if I may say, one of the most unbalanced league games I've ever seen. I've played games of Pub Stars that were less terrifying than that. I would not want to face this Mudbugs team if they continue to perform at that level.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that statement, man. I mean, this Mudbugs team, they're going to be a real kicker in this season here. Every team's going to have to step up their game a whole lot if they want any chance of giving them a hard time.
I say this actually as a player who has faced this Mudbugs team in that first 6-2 loss, and it is like that.
Well, Quacky Face has informed me that he doesn't have a mic, but I told him good shit, 9 points in 2 games, and he said, "LOL, it's fun." So.
Yeah, what else can you say as an aspiring player like such as himself? You know, he's real happy about the goals he's scored, and well, he should be. He's done well for this league so far.
So are we going to try and start the third game a little bit early, or? This is not a situation that we've run into very much in the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, of course these teams aren't ready for this earlier start. They weren't expecting this mercy loss taken here. We're going to have to see what happens.
So for our final game of the night, it'll be the Milwaukee Admirals versus the Ontario Reign. Both of them coming off very, very tough losses in their first game. Milwaukee, a 5-4 overtime defeat in a game that they came back from, I believe, they were down 4-1. So riding a big wave of momentum, only to get shut down in overtime. And then Ontario losing a hard-fought 3-2 to the Victoria Salsa. This is a game where I think, just in terms of momentum, I feel like I have to give the slight edge to Milwaukee, just because they had such a fantastic third period and nearly, grasped victory from the claws of defeat, and I think they're going to be really hungry tonight.
Absolutely. Milwaukee's just one of those teams where I look at the roster and I'm just amazed that they were able to put all those guys together.
It was definitely a different kind of draft. But yeah, between Renegade, Nico, and Trev, this is a strong team that, that first game is not going to tell the story of their season, no doubt.
Yeah, I think even in the locker room, they were able to get those guys to gel together from no matter where they came from. This is going to be an amazing team we're going to see throughout the season.
Ontario, though, yeah, not to be overlooked. Andrew Gaze with 2 points in that first game. Jeetler and Moose / DeBeasy both getting on the board. They are definitely, they have a few more prospects, but I don't think anybody really stands out to me as a goose egg on their roster. And they did perform well against the Salsa. It was a close game, and I think we're almost going to be ready to get going soon. I see a lot of people joining the
Yeah, the
server here,
players are joining the server now.
but my pick is going to be Milwaukee, and I'll say 4-2, but who knows? We know that Nico does have a bit of a temper, so I would not be surprised coming off his 3-assist game this Monday. See if he comes out really guns blazing tonight, trying to find the back of the net, because he can get fiery.
Definitely. Death, taxes, and Nico scores a point. These are things that will happen. That is when he shows up. So I know he missed LHL last night because I'm sure he opted to get a few extra hours of sleep instead of waking up so early.
We really can't overstate that enough, that Nico is playing from somewhere in Eastern Europe, I believe, and with something like 200 ping, and he is as dangerous as he is playing at 200 ping. If he lived stateside, he would be a top 3 round LHL pick. He could be so dangerous, and it's amazing that he's able to do what he does on the ping that he has.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that he has to deal with that type of ping issue, but you know, as you said, he's still, regardless, a great player that we've seen, and it's amazing how even players with great pings can't even match up to his skill.
Both teams on the ice.
And again, no real major surprises in lineup here. Haybert, I suspect, and Dog.
Dog
will be
getting
in
some
net.
ice time this game. I don't think he played last game.
Ontario requesting a pause because they do only have 4 on the ice at the moment. And Mufasa rushing to get in, it looks like. And he will before before Milwaukee can make it a quick 1-0. Instead, Ontario comes rushing the other way. And they'll dump it in. Haybert clearing it out, and it looks like the lineup issues have been resolved. And the players are more or less where I think they want to be. Daniel Agu getting forechecked hard and has to swipe at it to prevent a dangerous situation there. Some fast end-to-end offensive play to start this game, and Daniel Agu.
Oh, what a goal by Daniel.
Happy birthday, Daniel Agu, 2 seasons ago, and a JSL All-Star, and with a great little RSL level goal now to start this match off. 1-0 Ontario. Or pardon me, no. It's 1-0 on... Yeah, it is Ontario.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Agu is also one of those overlooked players, if you would agree. But I think we've seen him doing some pretty nice stuff so far in the season, even in the short time he's had playing.
Well, he's an interesting one, because he definitely does have hands. I think he may have been overvalued last season a little bit. Some people were saying that he was LHL ready, and
Crashing your balls in
that is true.
I think that people found out that he wasn't yet. He had some attitude growing to do, and I think he does. I think he's worked on the other parts of his game. I think he's a better team player now than he was, and I think this season in the RSL is where he can really cement himself and look towards that highest level of play within the next season, maybe. And
I agree.
those kind of goals are the things that you want to see from a player like that. Oh. Nikolai can't quite get it out of his zone. Legendary Trev gets around two skaters without much skating momentum, and all of Ontario caught flat-footed there, as Legendary Trev is able to walk all of them essentially and make it 2-0 for
A
Milwaukee.
great assist by Nico.
And that's a case of just fundamentals. None of the Ontario skaters there had any momentum when Legendary Trev took the puck, and he was just able to skate around them with more or less no challenge. There was some good hitting going on to complement it, but that was a case of way too far forward playing and not good team collusion from the rain there. Trev breaking it out with Renegade. Renegade gets around Ketsugo, has Mufasa behind him, flips it past Spider Geek. And Nico will have to work from the offensive corner now. And he does. Looking for another assist there. Nico just turning into a playmaking machine, it seems. A nice block there by Mufasa. And Rennie with a long flip. Can't find any quick tips, but might get a forecheck. Not quite. Moose will carry. Tries for a long shot, but it'll go high and wide. But Mufasa will be the first one to touch this. Plays it all the way around. Moose is there to catch it. And those are hard one-timers to do, and that one will come short. Daniel Agu streaking all the way down. He will be challenged, and a very important block picked up by Nico, though, who can't quite control it. He's going to tow it a bit, it seems. And Ontario just not quite the speed that they needed there to get a really dangerous offensive opportunity. And still a great deal of end-to-end play. Oh, Nico with a great little drop pass there. Definitely swept away by an Ontario defender. And a wonderful tip.
Great tip.
Nearly a save, but Nico was able to put it in for the third goal of the game.
Renegade with a hot long shot on target, you know, giving Nico the opportunity to grab his first goal of the season. Trev flipping it forward, and another point of the offense, or the defenseman for Ontario, perhaps overcommitting on the rush a little bit. And as this first period comes to a close, looks like we're going to have 3-0 Milwaukee. We could be looking at another blowout game.
Yeah, that would be surprising to have two of these in one night, but you never know what's going to happen in a new season like this. You got new mix-ups of teams and everything, and some of these teams are really overpowered at this moment. It wouldn't surprise me. Obviously a lot of these players coming from the JSL last season, as we all know, JSL was taken out of the lineup. One of the lead protagonists opting for JSL to stay in the lineup was obviously, as we saw, Heat on the subreddit. And, he's not going to get what he asked for. He's going to have to get ready for RSL this season, especially with his team taking a heavy loss a couple days ago.
That would also be Slam Duncan's team.
It would, and it was a hard loss, and it was another hard one tonight. But back to our game at hand. Mufasa will keep this drive alive for Ontario as they try to find the scoreboard for the first time tonight. But Renegade will take it out of his zone. Holding over the blue line, but just for a touch too long. And Spider Geek will strip him. But a bouncing puck is picked up by Daniel, who gets stolen from again. Spider Geek with a couple of nice touches there, but no Ontario player able to convert. Renegade with another shot right on goal and a great little save by Dog there. I believe that would have found the corner of the net. Ooh, that's going to come down for Mufasa. He'll get the first touch, but it's going to be just too far. Can't quite control it. Renegade flips it back in, looking for Nico, who can't quite get that dangerous redirect. That's a tough play. Nico strips Moose, turns, shoots it wide. Renegade working from behind the net, finds Nico, but it's spinning and bouncing just a bit too much. Turned wide by Dog. Flips it forward. Moose is there. He can receive this. He has Mufasa out front. Oh, and he hits the post.
No,
Katsugo holds it in. Too far forward, but Moose will get it in the corner. Plays it behind the net for Mufasa, who no one in the high slot though. And Spider-Geek can't quite control it. Daniel Agu, now with time and space, puts one just wide.
Oh, just wide of that one. That would have been an interesting goal to see from Daniel.
Renegade dealing with Mufasa on the forecheck here. Mufasa knocks it off his stick, but he'll regain control. No, and he will not. No, Renegade tenacious. But Spider Geek picks it up going the other way. Bouncing, flips forward, and Haybert comes out of his net a little bit just to poke that one out.
Could be a breakaway.
Oh,
just
Daniel
wide.
almost one-timing Nico perfectly. But yes, just wide. Nico holds it in, but tapped so he can't recover his own touch. And it will be cleared out for Mufasa. Bouncing puck towards Bert. Bert handles it nicely though. And almost gets the elusive goalie long bomb. Nico now behind the net. Forced to the outside. Plays it off the boards but checked hard. And nicely kept in by Trev. Trev back skating, overshoots just a bit. And will lose it along the boards to an Ontario defender. But again, tenacious play by Milwaukee to keep it in the zone. Renegade reads the play and won't let it enter his defensive zone. But next time is the charm. And Moose will get out of the corner. He has Ketsugo along the boards. It'll go there, looking maybe towards the slot. No, poorly passed. Spider Geek thankfully back for Ontario to pick it up. Haybert handily clears it out. Finds Nico waiting at the other end, who fumbles it just a touch, but he still has a lot of time to work. And he'll be denied by an excellent save by Dog.
A close scuffle in front. We could have seen the fourth goal of this game
Just
late in the second period.
Dog definitely finding his game in the second period, making a couple of very high-profile saves. For someone who, yeah, he was one of those players to come out of the JSL last season, and he's looking like maybe he does, belongs in this RSL.
But it's amazing how many players we've seen. And also, as I was just saying, was a great goal at the end of the second period to make it 4.
Trev making sure that there was a point in the second period unassisted, and Ontario quickly losing control of this game as Milwaukee looks to seal it out in the third. Milwaukee wins the face-off. They've got a 2-on-1. Oh, it's just a little too slow behind Daniel, though, and Ontario able to come back, and he hits it off the crossbar. Nico manages to get past, but Daniel can't quite turn it. Moose carries it out of his zone, but loses it to Nico again. Ontario getting stripped just over and over by these aggressive Milwaukee sticks. And a series of whiffs
A
there.
great couple of passes right there to get the puck down the ice. This is a serious offensive chance. Fortunately given away to the opposing team.
Trev loses it to Legou, who has another scoring opportunity, and he won't miss this one. Daniel Legou nets his second of the night, and it is 5-0 Milwaukee. This one is on the ropes. Renegade starting from his own end and in no hurry, perfectly willing to let the clock tick down. Daniel Legou carries it to the neutral zone, gets checked. Moose now with the puck. Nico pops it off his stick, and Rennie looks like he's going to recover. He will. Plays it off the boards. Ontario tries to touch it, but they won't be able to clear it out. Finally they do. Big pile up in the neutral zone. Daniel Legou puts one wide. Renegade picks it up, tries to find the center, but puts it behind the net on accident. Daniel now checked hard. Mufasa trying to clear it out, but plays it cross ice. Renegade puts another one wide. The possessions stats for this game must be absolutely ludicrous. Renegade will pick up another one at the blue line and put high and wide once again. It'll end up behind the net. Nico holds it in the corner now. Passes it off to Renegade, who's looking for a tuck and will spin and get turned away. And for the first,
he tried the wraparound
and
there, but
Haber, messing around at the other end, almost gives up a very silly goal.
That would have been unfortunate for them, trying to get the shutout in this one.
And
as I'm saying,
Nikolai
there we go.
will blast one home. Beautiful goal to end this game, and that is 2-6-0 shutout sweeps that we have seen.
Yeah, it's amazing to see two of those in one night, but like I said, this season we're going to see a lot of different things, especially with those JSL players coming into their RSL. How all these new combinations of skills are policing these teams. You know, we're going to see things like this more often.
Don't forget Red.
So that's the end of another night of RSL action here. 3 more games. Our results once again: the Rochester Americans over the Odessa Jackalopes 5-4 in regulation. The Bossier Mudbugs over the Victoria Salsa 6-0, called on mercy rule. And the Milwaukee Admirals over the Ontario Reign also 6-0, called on mercy rule in the third period. So far there have been 6 games played in this RSL. 3 of them decided by 1 goal, and 3 of them major blowouts. I'm counting the first night 6-2 win of the Mudbugs over the Odessa Jackalopes, 2 of which being 6-0 mercy rule games. I think at this point we can say that we are in danger of having a blowout season in the RSL. We could be looking at a situation where we have a couple of very, very strong teams and some significantly weaker teams, almost like the NHL's Atlantic Division this season, where there's a couple right at the top, and then everybody else dogfighting for that last couple of playoff spots. Odessa being the worst off. No, pardon me. Odessa and Ontario dropping both of their first 2 games. The Mudbugs winning both of their first 2, and Rochester as well winning both of their first 2, though one of them in overtime.
Alright, I've been Vector, that's been Slam Duncan and Alp Grindman. Thanks for showing up again tonight, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no problem, Patrick. Thanks
Always
for
my
having us.
pleasure.
All right, see you guys Sunday for. No, I will be back next Monday.
As will I, hopefully.
Okay, well, until then.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.